Hello and welcome to PetXI Interactive, the home of GCSE revision on the go. In this maths burst, we'll be looking at something which is really important and will help you when trying to find the meaning of life. Angles in triangles and quadrilaterals. So, triangles first. What Pythagoras used to dream about at night, and my favourite shape as I'm addicted to a certain spicy Mexican crisp. So, here are the most common types of triangle they like to throw at you in an exam. Let's look at the first type. You will often see markings like these. Are you giving the triangle little arms? Not really. The lines actually mean that the two sides are the same length. So two equal sides, this also makes the two base angles equal 2. So two equal sides and two equal angles equals an isosceles triangle. Let's look at the second type now. Oh look, there are little arms again, but this time there is also a little leg. He lost the other one in a fight with King Kong, I think. So hopefully you should know that this means all the sides are the same length. Therefore, so are all the angles inside. The last type of triangle is a favourite of my hero, Pythagoras. This type of triangle always has a 90-degree angle inside it. Therefore, it is known as a right-angled triangle. A nice little recap there for you. But the most important thing is relating to the angles inside. They always add up to the same figure, and that figure is always 180 degrees. It's a miracle, it really is. Okay then, what about this shape, or this shape, or this shape, or this shape? What do you notice about these? Hopefully that they all have the same number of sides, and what do we call shapes that all have 4 sides? If you thought Gerald, then I'm afraid you are wrong. Actually, it's quadrilateral. The easiest way to remember the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is to think of a square. Each angle is a right angle, which is 90 degrees, so 4 right angles will mean 4 lots of 90 degrees, which makes 360 degrees. And by some fantastical coincidence, this also applies to any quadrilateral. So to recap, the sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, and the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Okay, so let's look at a question. So a bit more complicated. If you ever get questions like this in your exam, the best strategy is to try and find as many of the missing angles as possible, even if one is not needed for your answer. Trust me, I'm a mathematician. Such as this question. We haven't got enough info to find any of the missing angles yet, so let's examine what we do know. There's those little arms appearing again. Hopefully you have remembered that these means the two lines are equal. This means that the triangle in the question is an isosceles triangle. Therefore the angles at the base of the triangle must be the same. Now for that important knowledge about the angles in triangles. 180! So to find the value of x, simply take away the other two angles from 180. So you get 180 minus 70 minus 70, which gives 40 degrees. Ta-da! Okay, what about y then? You will need to use a more basic angle fact that you should already know, which relates to the angles on a straight line. Hopefully, you will know that angles on a line also add up to 180 degrees. So doing 180 minus 70 gives you 110. Okay, what about this next question? So there's one angle that is missing. To work it out, just think about what all the angles have to add up to. It's a 4-sided shape, which makes it a quadrilateral. Therefore, the sum of the angles must be 360 degrees. So to work out the missing angle, just do 360 minus 68 minus 72 minus 112, which gives you 108 degrees. Now sometimes in angle exam questions, you are also asked to give reasons for your working or for your answer. Now here, you have to be careful as you don't want to do this to your marks. Remember, when giving reasons, you have to make sure you use all the important key words within the reason. So for the first question, how do we know this angle was also 70 degrees? Pause the video, then fill in the gaps to form the sentence. Welcome back. What you should have is base angles in an isosceles triangle are equal. So what about this top angle? Pause the video and then fill in the gaps to complete this sentence. Welcome back. What you should have is angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So what about the final angle? Pause the video again, fill in the words to complete this sentence. Welcome back. What you should have is angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Now for the second question. How do we know this angle was 108 degrees? Pause the video and fill in the gaps to complete the sentence. Welcome back. What you should have is angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. Okay, great. Now you know the sum of angles in a triangle and in a quadrilateral. You can now tile your bathroom wall with confidence, gazing at each tile and smugly thinking 360 degrees to yourself. Thank you for watching. See you again in the next exciting instalment of PetXI Interactive Maths.